Hi everybody, hi friends, I'm back with another video. Today we are going to be doing a pedicure, and I'm gonna walk us through all these steps, try to keep this very beginner friendly for people that don't know how to do a pedicure with an e-file or just want to learn how to do it. I haven't done a pedicure video in a long time, so I just wanted to kind of like start from the beginning. So yeah, we'll take a medium carbide nail bit and put that on like maybe like a quarter of the total speed, not all the way to like the halfway point, but like a little bit under, in between the quarter to the middle point of like the overall power of the e-file, if that makes sense. I find that's typically the best speed to use an e-file and this bit for removing gel polish on natural toes or natural nails. After that, you can either file or cut down the client's nails once you get all the polish off. For this client specifically, she, as you can see, her pinky toe and like the third toe look a little different than the rest of her feet, and that's because she has eczema on her foot. And it's interesting because she only has eczema on this foot and not on the other one. So I wanted to show the pedicure for this foot because this one out of the 2 feet gives me a bit more trouble to like remove all the dead skin and just do the full pedicure or whatever. So that's why her toes look like that. I don't want to hear anything negative, mean, rude, or anything about her feet. If you say anything like that in the comment sections, you will be forbidden from seeing any of my other videos, so be kind. But after that, I didn't go in cutting her nails yet for some reason, because they were pretty short and I just wanted to file them first. But I'm doing a lot of things kind of like out of order than I normally do, and that's because like her feet are kind of just like a different case than what I'm used to, or what I normally do. I mean, I'm used to doing her toes, but again, I typically have a very structured way of doing my pedicures, but for her I kind of have to do things a little bit out of order or do certain things multiple times so that we can achieve the looks that we're looking for. So I had filed them first. I cut this toe just like by itself with the cuticle nippers, just because it needed it. Like, I'm just doing really what her toes need at this point. And so I'm going in with the cuticle nippers and kind of just like giving myself, cutting off this that sidewall part of her nail so that I can actually use my nippers to cut through, because I wouldn't be able, the way her nails are shaped and her toes are shaped, I can't just cut straight across. So I needed to create a way for me to do that. So that's what I'm doing with this toe right here. And I'll probably do that for a couple other toes so that I can actually cut them straight across so that they can be a bit shorter for her. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with a medium grit sanding band, and the speed for this bit will be about maybe like 5,000 RPMs, or just on, if you don't have an actual gauge with numbers on your e-file, then it will be kind of just like on like definitely like the lower side, because again, like when you're using the sanding band on the natural nail, you only need to just remove the shine from the nail, and that's it. Like, you don't want to overfile and just keep filing. So make sure you're using a low speed, and a medium grit sanding band is what I like to use. I will link this one that I have that I'm using in my description box, because it's part of my own brand of cuticle nail bits. So I'll leave that link below so you can check that out. Also, I know it looks like I'm filing her toes a lot here, but I'm actually just filing off the base coat, not her toes, because the base coat was lifting. So this here is my cylinder diamond bit, again from my nail bit kit. And so this bit is perfect because it's very small, it's a cylinder shape, and it has the grit on top of the bit as well, so you can really just get into that cuticle area and you know, get rid of like all that dead skin in that area, get into the corners and stuff like that, which is what I'm doing here. Again, for this bit, it's more like a medium to fine grit type of bit, and the speed that I'm using it on is probably, if you have numbers, it will be maybe about like 8 to 10,000 RPMs. If you don't have numbers on your file, then that'll still be on the lower side of the whole power of your file, but a little bit, like just a little bit more, just a little bit something. It's still on the low side though, so again, you don't need to go super fast with this bit. So I'm gonna go in with my cuticle nippers and my cuticle pusher to help me clean out her toes a bit more. I'm not using my other, or I didn't move on to using my other nail bit yet, because again, there's just so much dead skin and buildup in her toes that my nail bit will get gunked up if I do try to do it. And so when that happens, if your client has a lot of dead skin and stuff like this one here, just take a break from using the nail bits and then actually just use your cuticle pusher and your cuticle nippers to help you clean it out. If there's like big pieces of like dead skin, debris and stuff like that, then your cuticle nippers and cuticle pusher together will probably be a better solution to removing that dead skin than just using the cuticle bit, because you don't want to gunk up the bit. So now that her nails are a bit more cleaned up, I'll go in with my diamond cone bit, and then I'll use that to kind of get into that cuticle area and to get into the sidewalls as well. This bit is really great for getting into the sidewalls because it's thin and pointy, and you can just get into all those crevices and stuff. So that's what I'm doing now. I don't know how to talk all of a sudden. I didn't record this part, but I'm using this bit in the forward motion, and then I'm going to just work on one side of the nail. So from, oh god, what is this? Is that my left? Okay, so from right to left. And then after I do on one side of the nail from right to left, and then I'm going to switch it to the reverse motion and go from left to right. So I only showed one side here, but you're going to do both sides. And the speed that I'm using for this bit is 10,000 RPMs. And again, I'm going in with my cuticle nippers, and I'll probably use my cuticle pushers as well to get some more dead skin out of her toes. For someone that doesn't have an eczema issue, again, I wouldn't be doing all these extra steps, but since she's a special case, I kind of have to, you know, just do what I got to do to get the dead skin out. If my normal steps of prep aren't enough for a client's feet, then, you know, I just go in and do whatever extra step I need to do. I do my best to only use my nail bits like once, and then everything else I will do manually, which is, you know, what I'm doing here, which is the physical, like cutting or pushing back and stuff like that. The last bit that I'm going to use on her nails is my diamond ball bit, and with this one I'm just going to use it like around the top of the cuticle area and around her sidewalls and just her toe in general, just to help me further exfoliate her skin and help me remove any remaining dead skin that my previous bits didn't get to. So at this point I removed as much dead skin as I could with my other tools, with my nail bits and my cuticle nippers and my cuticle pushers. And so they're pretty clean, so now I'm going to go in with my cuticle remover, and this is really going to get all the other stuff that I couldn't get with the other tools I was using. So I love this cuticle remover because it just makes your toes so clean. It just gets rid of like everything, seriously. And so you can see that even though I did all that stuff with my bits and my pusher and my nippers, like there's still some like dead skin left on there. So and the fact that it helps like to soften the dead skin so that it's easy to remove is such a plus as well, because it just gets rid of everything. So after this step, her nails are going to be ready for polish. So we are all done with the nail prep, and her toes are ready for polish. So I've just sprayed it with alcohol, and yeah, look how pretty they look now. Again, this pedicure was definitely one of the more challenging ones. It required a lot more steps than usual, but I mean, hey, I'm always ready for a challenge and I'm always up for it. And again, it's just so satisfying. Her toes look so nice now. And this is the final result. We did a really pretty pink with some glitter on top. And yeah, that is it for today, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me and watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!